My name's Adam Herzog. I'm a whitewater kayaker from Asheville, North Carolina. Been kayaking for over 30 years. It's been the driving force of my life since I was a little kid. I teach kayaking for the NOLI Outdoor Learning Institute. I also teach wilderness medical education at the wilderness first aid and wilderness first responder levels. In my former career, I was a nurse and paramedic for 22 years. I've got two sons, they're 9 and 13, and I've been married for 20 years. I love, being outside, whether that's in a kayak, on a mountain bike, on a trail, or on a rock. I started kayaking in the early 90s. My dad got me into it. I was in junior high school when I started. I lived in Cullowhee, North Carolina, and it's pretty isolated. There's not a whole lot to do, but there is an abundance of really ideal beginner and intermediate rivers, including Tuckasegee, Nantahala, Pigeon, the Ocoee, the Chattooga are all right there in the backyard of Cullowhee, so it's a great place to learn how to paddle. And I've been paddling really a couple hundred days a year ever since I was 13, 14 years old. Yeah, so I kind of had two peaks to my paddling career. The first one, I was in my mid-20s, just really into cramming as much hard whitewater into a single day as possible. And so here at the Green River today, and back then I would come here for a day and paddle the river 4 or 5 or 6 times. That culminated when I was probably 27 years old at the Linville River. My friend and I were the first to do Linville 3 times in a day, which involved quite a bit of hiking and a lot of Class 5 whitewater. And then my second peak in paddling wasn't till I was in my early 40s, and I had dreamed of doing the Stikine River in northern British Columbia since I was a kid. It's 60 miles of Class 5 expedition style big water kayaking. It's known as the Mount Everest of whitewater. And when I was 43, we pulled off a successful trip after about a 5-year training plan. Beside that, I'm really proud of the fact that my kids are into whitewater. I've gotten both of my sons really excited about paddling, and so we really make paddling a family sport. So if you're looking to improve your paddling, there's a couple pieces of advice that I have. Number one, particularly if you're new to kayaking, is to seek out mentorship, whether that's through a professional organization or a friend. It's really important to ingrain good habits early on. You'll get better faster and prevent injuries. If you're already an experienced paddler looking to take your paddling to the next level, think about running new lines on familiar rivers. So we're here at the Green River today. I've run this probably a couple of thousand times, but I still try to do something, some little eddy or line I haven't done before every single time I come here. You also want to go for volume and not worry too much about what you're paddling on, whether that means paddling on flat water or Class 1. Just getting days and time in the seat is really important for your paddling proficiency. I made a recent career switch from nursing and paramedic to kayak and wilderness medicine instructor. And when I was leaving the hospital, I was concerned that I would really miss the educational component of my job. I have taught paramedic students for a local college for the last 5 years, and I've been heavily involved in nursing education at Mission Hospital in Asheville. I've had the opportunity to start teaching wilderness medicine at the wilderness first aid and wilderness first responder levels, and a couple of things that I hope to accomplish with that role. Number one is I want to teach people how to deal with medical emergencies in austere settings, but more importantly, I want to teach folks skills such as leadership, decision making, and staying calm under pressure. Those are skills that are applicable to wilderness medicine, but they're also applicable to life in all settings.